Welcome back to our analysis of median housing prices and median income for selected cities here in California. At the conclusion of the first video, you have a worksheet that looks something like this. We have all of our data entered. We've gone online and found the median income and median housing prices for these selected cities. And then we've calculated that ratio of a house price to the income. And just a quick review, that was done by taking our median house price and dividing it by the median income, and we come up with this ratio. And so looking here at Tule Lake, we can see that a house price is 3 times the annual income, so on and so forth for each of these cities. And so by doing this ratio, we can see and look at the biggest number, and we'll see here that Santa Barbara, that housing prices are 16 times higher than the typical median income for that city. So very expensive place to live. And then we have that information graphed over here on a stacked bar. And the stacked bar is kind of nice just to show that those housing prices on top of that income, and just kind of illustrating the crushing of the income there, all that weight, just showing how much larger the magnitude of the housing prices compared to how much people are actually earning in a particular city. And so this is part of an analysis that you might use looking at economic data if you're thinking about living somewhere. There's other factors, of course, because if we were to just analyze this information here, well, it might look like Tule Lake is the ideal place to live. That may or may not be the case. There's other factors to consider, but this is something to be part of that analysis. We want to take this one more step. Let's go ahead and bring this down. And let's take a look at the ratios and go ahead and graph those. And this time let's use a bar chart this time. And that would go like this. Select the data. Insert a bar chart, and we'll just take a standard bar chart. It'll look like this. And so very similar to the column, it's just that now we have a bar chart. So instead of vertical, our bars are horizontal. We are going to right click, select data, and we need to get the city names here. And this time, because we've flipped this over, they appear to be on the y-axis, but it's still our horizontal axis labels. We're going to click edit, select those cities, click OK, and then we can give that series a name, get a name here for our chart, and that's going to be ratio housing to income. Click OK, and it puts that right up there and makes it part of the title. And of course you can go in and format this as we have learned in the previous lessons, using the chart tools and some of the different design options that are available. But I'll go ahead and leave it at that for now. And so now we can take a look at it. And these bars clearly indicate that Tule Lake is the most affordable and Santa Barbara the most expensive. And so use these two charts as you come over and just do a quick analysis answering these questions. And so when you do answer these questions, just go ahead and type your answer. For example, what story does a wide gap between income and housing tell you? And so you do not need to type the question, just answer it by rephrasing the question. For example, a wide gap between income and housing tells me that Santa Barbara could be very expensive to live in because the housing prices, here it is here, the housing prices are so much more than the income. So go ahead and finish answering those questions. I will come around the room and discuss those with you, and do save this for future reference.